with Ruben Gallego getting grilled about the behavior of his best friend, Eric Swalwell, I want to talk for a second about these rumors on the Hill, these open secrets. And to start, you have to understand who works on the Hill, right? These are very young political staffers that are just starting their career for the most part. A lot of this, that's why interns are so heavily targeted, because they are, in fact, the most vulnerable. Now, the structure of DC is an enormous part of the problem, and I've talked about that in other videos, and we'll talk about it again in the future. DC runs like a corporation in that you have these young people that start out as political staffers, and then eventually they get promoted, if you will, into other roles. Some of them stay on in senior leadership roles or, in other campaigns. But for the most part, they move on into lobbying roles, government affairs roles, and they typically go on to make quite a bit of money. And the member that they work for is the gatekeeper in all this. And so the power that they have over this person's life alone is enough to make people scared to say anything. And then you have on top of that, if you come public with this stuff, they will absolutely ruin you in more ways in your career, legally as well, for defamation. And so there's just no option for these young people to go out and say these things and report these things. But I will say there's a caveat to that, and that is these members that were close with Eric Swalwell, these other members and senior staff that were close with him that heard about these rumors. There was nothing stopping them from going and confronting him face to face, from trying to report him to the ethics committee and move things through there. There's all kinds of things they could have done to confront this guy. It's not on the young political staffer that were abused. Sadly, they are the ones that ended up having to come forward. But it's very difficult for political staffers to do this sort of thing. It is on their peers. And unfortunately, there's obviously just a complete lack of character in DC. And so that's why these things go unreported until the fallout.